taken over this farm. It's Carmichael Farms, Carmichael Dairy Farm. We have 500 acres. We have Holstein cows. Russ is third generation dairy farmer. This farm came about in the 40s. We also have a poultry farm with 4 breeder chicken houses that we've had for we started that about 6-7 years ago. We currently have 2 solar operations up and running, one of which is at the chicken houses. The second one is across the railroad tracks on another part of our dairy, and we now have a third one going into place, right down from the house actually. And TVA buys back the power, and the solar's worked out really well for us considering we have extremely high light bills with chicken houses and the dairy, so the solar has been very beneficial for us. I would recommend that to anyone. My first time meeting Alice, I believe, was at the co-op at, what do they call that? Yeah, it was at Heyday. They had a booth set up. Russ had already met with Alice before and talked to her about getting us up and going. And then I met with her and we got the dates all planned out, and Alice just came and helped us set up our program, getting all of our different accounts and getting the farm on board into this generation with all the opportunities they're using the programs that we use, which is Quicken. We do the Quicken, and it's been, needless to say, adventurous, because this was my first time at it. I had no idea what I was doing, and without Alice we would be totally lost. It's made a huge it's a huge help, because we're able to look and see and track everything, where we're spending the most money, what's been beneficial, what's anything from seeds to tractor maintenance. It's been a wonderful help. For starters, he had to bring his father passed away 2 years ago in July, and that's when we took the farm over. He had to make quite a few improvements as far as equipment and barns, and you know, it was needed some work. And now that he's got all that going, he changed some programs with the computer system down at the barn, tracking the milk and the production, and was able to, we went from milking 2 times a day to milking 3 times a day, which was a lot more productive for us. You know, we saw an increase, and by using the programs that we have, we were able to see anywhere from 20 to 30% increase on some of the cows, which was very beneficial. After seeing how beneficial those things could be and the more milk, Russ made the decision to expand, which is our current project now. We are building a new barn, going to double the herd size, hopefully double and triple the milk production, and you know, he's bringing it into this century, if that makes sense. We, at the time when Russ talked to you and then I met you, we had an outside person that was doing the books for us, and it was wasn't very detailed. We would take the information and carry it all up there, and then we would, you know, we were basically doing some of it ourselves anyhow, just didn't have it all together. We were handling it to her, and then she would get back reports, and it wasn't efficient, and it wasn't it wasn't easily accessible. You couldn't operate and pull up day-to-day stuff and see what you had and didn't have. Oh gosh, absolutely. I feel like Alice and I have an attorney-client confidentiality going on. There's not a thing I wouldn't tell her. I don't feel like any of my information, financial, personal, anything in our barn, anything that Russ discusses with her, I mean, she has access to all of our banking information. I wouldn't hesitate one bit. I've never been afraid of that. For starters, Alice is wonderful. And it's really nice. I didn't think, you know, I personally just figured it was another way to do your books and track things, but to be able to sit down and look at the graphs and to be able to itemize things, which Alice is still teaching me, to be able to pull things out and say, okay, we spent this on this, and how can we help this part of the farm by either removing or adding to. It's, gosh, I can't imagine somebody doing it without it. I don't know how they track things. I don't know how they keep up with things, which is why Russ stays on me to get ours all current so everything can be tracked. It's extremely beneficial. I don't know how somebody does it without it. I don't know how they did it without it. You know, they were, you know, I guess you could say old school and kept everything up by books and the graph paper and the books ledgers, doing it that way, and a lot more time consuming, and you know, you got to kind of go into technology as everything is, and it was extremely beneficial.